Hello everyone and welcome back to Terra Invicta, where last time we launched this, our very first warship, the Romeo 1. Very fun. And we've been steadily expanding across the galaxy. We also may have got some sort of nuclear winter. It popped up saying that nuclear winter had triggered in a achievement, but there wasn't anything in game, so I don't know if that was just an achievement bug or something going a bit weird. We'll find out. By the way, although we do now have a navy, it is nowhere near enough to take on what the enemy have. Enemy here have strengths of 185 and 75. Our little Romeo 1 has a strength of 13. So we're going to need to build up a little bit before we can do anything with that lot. Okay, and the aliens have started to consider us a little bit of a threat. Probably because we are actually at war with their proxies on Earth, we are assassinating the servants wherever we can, and we do have a warship now, albeit a rather crappy one. Failed assassinating the servant, unfortunately, but we did manage to arrest him. So that should make taking him out easier next time. Okay, Russia's annexed Armenia. Yeah, I'm going to put in some ops and just have that servant assassinated.
At your service.
Will piss the aliens off a little bit more, but hey ho. Okay, the servants have researched the independence movements, which has a whole load of break-up options to break up things into smaller countries. They're now doing the principles of space warfare. Now I'm actually going to pivot over, instead of doing in situ research. Oh no, I am actually winning. Didn't realise I was winning the in situ resources, so I might take control of this after all.
We'll be ready for new
Okay,
orders soon.
failed the assassination attempt. I think they're defending this guy. Nova Drive project is online. Or advanced Nova Drive project. I'm going to research global command structure next. It's relatively cheap compared to some of the techs that have been popping up, and it increases our control point cap by 25, which is quite significant. Okay, Italy's asking United States to join the war on Colombia. I don't really want to help the Project Exodus. I don't care about them one way or the other. Yes, our second ship has been launched. Okay, just made an ever so slight adjustment to the Marquis, so it's now the Marquis Mark II class. Just has a new power plant, just a slightly more efficient power plant. Doesn't really change much. We've got the tech, so we may as well chuck it in there. So we just managed to probe Psyche. Found that one of the places there has quite a lot of rare minerals. There's actually a hell of a lot of rare minerals, decent supply of base minerals, a little bit of radiation, fissile materials. I'm going to send an outpost out there. So it's going to take 512 days for everything to get out there, but kicking off our first asteroid mine. We'll sabotage one of the projects that the servants are working on. Slow down their research a little bit.
Public opinion.
Okay, that's nice. I can get the CIA for Douglas Doolan. Admin slots pay for themselves. Oh, it is going to cost a hell of a lot though. No, that's too expensive cash-wise. Oh, that's hard. That's really good, but really expensive. That would be most of our monthly income. I quite like having a nice big supply of cash.
Target down.
I assassinated another one of the servants. Yes, we've got principles of space warfare, or humanity first did. They're now going on to militarization of space. Okay, Japan's piling in the war against Ukraine. And so we've completed Devolved Space Command. So that just seems to protect us against negative events. We've also got Suhail Space Systems. I'm going to follow that up with improved maintenance procedures for the same thing. Avoiding negative space events seems like a good thing. Okay, so the Suhail Space Systems gives us extra monthly income of mission control, but it is a 3-star project, so it requires quite a lot of admin to actually stick on one of my people. Another servant dead. Nice, we've got another operative mining base, this one in orbit of Mars. Sorry, on Mars. This is the one that gives us a load of water. So resources are rather pouring in right now, which is very cool. I'm also going to build a new base in orbit of the moon. So I do need to keep an eye on my mission control points. I'm mostly doing this to get another space dock up and running closer to Earth to start manufacturing more ships. So we've got the resources coming in now, we just need to actually start humping these things out. Ooh, we've detected another alien in China. It's got the Cermet Nerve Drive. I don't know what that is, but it is something else I can research. Oh nice, Lucky Striker on Olympus Mons gives us 25% bonus there. That is really good. So a load more
We're winning
metals.
their hearts and minds.
Absolutely everyone is piling in the war against Colombia. Okay, so the lunar shipyards are ready, so I can begin building ships there. Turkey is attacking Iran. Wants the United States to help. Whereas Turkey is controlled by the Protectorate, so I don't really want to help them out. Nice, Romeo 3 has been launched. Now starting to get a proper fleet here. 3 ships, 41 total damage ability. We're going to check Chara systems on Kokomo. That just gives some more research. Much more importantly though, Hajan Joe is going to get the Sahil space systems. Gives me a nice little bonus to my mission control, so I can launch more things, build up fleets faster. Okay, South Korea has won the war against Colombia, so now the Protectorate are in charge. K69 Hespera has been probed, fair bit of base minerals, but actually a lot of base minerals. Actually, it's already being matched by the Psyche mine. Not going to send anything yet, but I'll keep it in mind as a potential. Oh, nice. Space station above Mars is complete, which means I can start manufacturing ships on Mars as well. Okay, I've finished in situ resource utilization. Makes it a little less likely that we're going to have bad mining events. More likely we're going to have good mining events. And more importantly, we've taken control of that research node. Okay, I'm going to pick up Kinetic Warfare Doctrine. Okay, South Korea is now invading Peru. Nice global command structure done, so we are back within our control point cap, which is quite strange. I'm going to finish the solid core fission drives, so we've got all of those researched. Is swapping out the Chara systems for Air Force Research Lab on Kokomo. There's another one of our new ships has been built. Gonna send them to combine with the existing fleet orbiting Earth. Okay, the European Union has conquered Ukraine, so it is just part of the EU now. The EU's turning into a very large superbloc. Another alien fleet has entered low Earth orbit. It's another 85 combat strength fleet. So not insanely powerful, but potent enough. This one did just yeet itself straight into the planet. It's landed in Brazil. I'm guessing this is how new alien councillors are actually showing up, is on board these things. Romeo 5 has been launched. So our fleet in low Earth orbit is now 55 combat strength strong. Getting there, getting there. Nice, we've got solid core fission reactor 5. So I think that's the highest level of the solid fission reactors. Okay, I'm going to do in situ resource utilization just to avoid some negative events. Incidentally, this is what our ships look like when they're in full burn. See that very, very hot radiators. They don't have the best acceleration, but they're getting there. Servants people shot. Oh nice, and someone loyal to me has arrested one of the enemies, and looks like that's because they tried to assassinate my scientist. Okay, so they're turning fairly hostile to me now. Can't really blame them, I've had enough of their people killed.
We've moved the needle.
Wait, what? The European Union is attacking New Zealand and Italy. I don't think I'm going to join in this one because I don't really care out of, well, if nothing else, I don't want the initiative to gain any more power, so I'm definitely not going to join in. Okay, so we've got another new asteroid probed. So again with a lot of base and rare minerals. I think I'm going to send something to that. 9.1 boost, we can easily afford that. We do have spare slots for it. Okay, and resupplying the ships does actually take resources. That's good to know. My fleet is now joined up. It is now 65 combat ability, so it's starting to be able to challenge the weaker of the two alien fleets in orbit. Fortunately not Victor 22, which is our big threat. I really don't want to pull the trigger on one of these until the other is ready. Okay, so South Korea's army is in Italy because of their war that they're having separately from the war of the EU. The world is just absolutely falling apart right now. Oh, the guy who tried to kill Kokomo is now dead himself. We have improved maintenance procedures, so less likely to get negative events. Gonna do orbital core next. We don't have any bonus for life sciences, but this lets us upgrade our HABs into orbitals, which give us more places to build and play around with. Oh no! Oh, Kokomo was going to ground, but she got killed anyway. Oh, that is actually a really big blow. RIP Kokomo, first casualty of the war against the servants. Several people have been reported missing after... Yeah, several people have gone into a forest in the Hamburg region and never come back out. Rumours are spreading that it is haunted. I don't think it is haunted. So I'm going to dispatch an expedition. Yeah, so the aliens have been doing something in that forest. We've found them. They've been abducting people out of the spooky forest.
Winning their hearts.
South Korea's army has been defeated by Italy, but I don't think Italy's going to hold off against the entirety of the EU. Okay, our Mars fleet's begun to be assembled. I'm not going to transfer that to the Earth orbit. I'm just going to build up some in Mars. Yeah, the big blow to losing Kokomo is I used to have a massive energy research bonus with her, and I have completely lost that. He was basically a world expert in energy research. And the servants killed her. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to pick up this guy, Mutin Javid. He's a replacement scientist-y professor. See if I can specialise him a bit as things go on. But otherwise, he gives us a fair science boost. He is indulgent, but hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that negative trait. Yeah, on the bright side, I do get to keep all of the various techs I had before, or orgs I had before with Kokomo, so I've not lost those. So that has set us down back a little bit, but not too bad. Oh, I sent Heijin Joe to go to ground, not Kokomo. That's why Kokomo died. Okay, misplay on my part. Yeah, I kept Kokomo there because I wanted to do the investigation, which she did succeed. She did unravel a whole load of things, but wasn't worth losing her. So I need to be a bit more careful in the future, I think, especially once the servants have detected someone. Okay, so orbital debris has struck one of my stations. Nothing really too damaging, just rebuilt all of that. And he sets us back about a month. Okay, we've completed kinetics warfare doctrine. Okay, I'm going to do terrestrial military science next. Okay, humanity first has completed militarization of space. They're now going to railguns. EU is now attacking Oman. Declining that. Got in situ resource utilization, that's pretty good. Pick up advanced prospecting surveys. It gives us a 10% boost to our mineral income. Yeah, and I've put together the Marquis Mark III class ship. Same deal as previous ones, just with a slightly better power, so it ends up being slightly lighter, not a big difference, but may as well use our newest tech in future ships. I'll take out one of the other servant people. Large wildfires in America, we can mitigate that by spending ups, so we will. Our scientists are not having the best luck. Our new scientists have just been shot. Okay, so new unfortunate person in line to be our newest scientist, Leighton Gu. He is a social scientist. Let's see how long he lasts. Incidentally, it looks like it was He Yong Lan who killed our guys, so we'll keep an eye on him. We did get the orbital core research, that's pretty cool. And I definitely now want to pivot and go into patrol vessels. So this gives us new ship bases, a bigger cannon, and so we can start building larger things that will hopefully be able to compete with the enemy ships that we've been seeing. Okay, so I can upgrade some of our space platforms now. So upgrading Earthshield 1 takes us 60 days, it takes up 2 more slots, but I think it makes it a lot bigger. Can do the same for our lunar shipyard and the Mars shipyards. Those are our main bases. Okay, Australia's declared war on Tajikistan, why not? Another probe has arrived. This one doesn't look too great, just seems like a slightly worse version than ones I've already got up, so I'm just going to leave that one for now. Okay, Humanity First has launched its first military ship here. Here, about the same combat strength as my ships. That's fine, we're on semi-good terms with Humanity First. Okay, arrested one of the servants' councillors. And we've taken out the guy who killed our last scientist. He was probably the same guy who got Coconut. So we are fighting back against the servants. The Academy has launched their spaceship. And we have launched another one in Mars orbit. Okay, we have reached Pallas with a probe, but again, doesn't look too great. Load of volatiles, but we've got quite a backlog of volatiles there, so I'm not going to prioritise that.
Targeted.
Shot the guy. That's another servant dead. Okay, coup just happened in Bolivia. I did have a control point there, I don't anymore. It's fine, I don't really want a control point in Bolivia. Okay, 123 Aethera has been probed, but again, doesn't really look all that great. Okay, it's quite a big investment in terms of cash, but I'm going to get the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Gives us 3 more control point cap. Yeah, mission control cap, which is going to be very useful. I would like to get this one on our scientist. Unfortunately, we need the government trait, which he doesn't have. That does give Duncan Do very, very good investigation. Okay, nice. The hubs have been upgraded, so we can now bolt on new segments to these. So with that, our space stations are getting significantly larger. And things are looking pretty bright for our combat situation. So our main fleet in orbit of Earth is now stronger than their weakest of their 2 fleets. And between it and the ships being built around Luna, we're getting pretty close to being able to tackle that really big, powerful fleet in orbit. And so I think next time we're going to pull the trigger on space combat and see how that goes. Otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed today. If you have, please do leave like, comment, subscribe. All really does help the channel. And I hope to catch you in the next video. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers.